So the story behind belts and their colors and all, there's interesting history behind it, but I'm just going to give you the legend as to why we use half red, half white, and realize this is just legend, doesn't mean much of anything at all. So the legend starts that you begin with a white belt. Then, as you train hard, your sweat starts to turn the belt yellow, and that's how come the yellow belt is next. Then after that, because you keep the belt, and this is kind of gross, because you keep the belt inside of a container and it's always wet from all the sweat you get onto it every single day, it starts to mold and turn green. I know, gross. And mind you, this is just a story. There's no truth to this. This is just a legend. Then, when you're a green belt, you're also starting to get thrown a lot, because with Okinawan Karate, we grapple, we throw, we don't just punch, kick, block. So you're getting thrown, and eventually you've been thrown so much, you get so much dirt caked onto your belt that it becomes brown. And then after many, many training sessions, you've hit the ground so many times from learning that your belt eventually turns black. Now, mind you, there's that mold on the underside. So as time goes on, eventually some of that mold starts to die, and then it flakes off, and the dirt flakes off with it. And this leads to white areas exposed. This is how come a high quality black belt is actually made to fray and expose a white core underneath the black cover. Anyhow, eventually, there's so much original white belt exposed that you're starting to get white and black onto the belt. And there's a Renshi belt, and it's actually a white top, red bottom, and then the other side is all black. And it's supposed to represent the frayed off black, exposing the white underneath, and then the red represents the blood of your enemies. You're so masterful now that you've killed so many people that their blood has stained your belt. Now the belt I'm wearing, that's a Kyoshi belt, it's supposed to represent that all the black has completely come off, and half of my belt is stained with the blood of my enemies. Yeah, and we all know dried blood doesn't stay red. Anyhow, then the belt of a true master is a solid red belt, because they've killed so many people with their martial arts skill that their entire belt has been stained red. Anyhow, that's the story behind it. It's all hogwash, but it's kind of a funny story. Anyhow, as far as the other reasons behind the belt, it was just something they decided to throw together. It actually comes from judo, believe it or not.